In today's lesson, we are going to use the law of sines to continue the idea of solving triangles. We'll be solving for all missing side lengths and angles, but in this case, we do not have right triangles. So our normal SOHCAHTOA ratios are not going to work. So the law of sines is we can set up these equal proportions where we take the sine of an angle measure divided by its corresponding side length. So if angle measure is A, across from it is the corresponding side length, little a. And then angle measure B, across from it, would be side length B. So this is equal to sine of B over B, and then it's equal to C over C. So when given parts of the triangle, we can use these proportions to solve for the missing parts. Okay, so here we have this triangle. Oh, I forgot to label C. And we want to find all the missing parts. So we have angles A and B, so we need to find angle C. And then this side length is B, and we need to find side length A and C. All right, so because I have angle B and side length B, I'm going to set up that fraction where I have sine of B, 103, divided by the side length B, 20, equal to, let's see, we have angle A, but we need side length A. So I can do sine of the angle 35 over the side length that we need to solve. And then we can cross multiply. So 20 times sine of 35 is equal to A times sine of 103. And then we can divide, and we'll get that the side length is about 11.8. Okay, so now we need angle measure C and side length C. Well, angle measure, if we're given two angles, to find the third one, we just need to do 180 minus 103 minus 35, and that will give us angle C. And in this case, angle C is going to be 42. And now we can set up another proportion like this, except using angle C to find side length C. So I can use sine of 103 again over 20 equals sine of now 42 over side length C, and we can cross multiply again. And then we can divide. So to find C, we'll do 20 sine 42 divided by sine of 103, and we should get about 13.7. So there we have all three side lengths and all three angles, so we've completely solved this triangle. Okay, here we have another example. This time we are given one angle measure and two side lengths. So let's see, I have angle C and I have side length C. I need to find angle B and side length B, angle A, but I do have side length A. So because I have both C angle and C side length, I'm going to set up that fraction with the law of sines. So sine of 110 over 30 equals to, let's find angle A first. So sine of angle A over the side length, 13. And just like the last example, we're going to cross multiply. So 30 sine A equals 13 sine of 110. And then we're dividing by 30. So I have sine of angle A So all of that divided by 30. So how do I find that angle measure? This is when we need to do our inverse. So inverse sine so that I can find angle A. So if you do that on your calculator, I'm just going to round to the nearest whole number. So angle A is about 24 degrees. So let's put that on here. So what else do we need to find? We need both angle B and side length B. Well, angle B we can find now that we have two angles. We can do our 180 minus 110 minus 24, and we will get 46. And then we can set up another proportion to find side length B. Why don't you pause the video and try to find side length B on your own. So there's your proportion, cross multiply, and then once you divide, you should get that B is about 23. So there are your two examples of solving a triangle using law of sines. And now we're going to look at finding area of triangles, but having to use the law of sines to get the pieces of information that we need. Okay, so we're now looking at finding area of triangles. And we all know area of a triangle, 1/2 base times height. But the issue is not knowing what the height is. There's other ways you can find area of a triangle. So we can look at 3 ways. 1/2 times side length B times side length C times sine of angle A. Or 1/2 side length A times side length C times sine of angle B. Or 1/2 side length A, side length B, sine of angle C. So what do you notice? If we have angle A, then we have side lengths B and C. B, A, C, C, A, B. So let's put one of these examples, highlight this triangle here. So there's angle A, and then side length B, side length C. So if they are giving you a side angle side, so they're giving you this information, you can go straight to your formulas. However, if you're not given that specific information, you're going to have to use the law of sines to find the missing information so that you can use one of these formulas. Okay, so here we have this triangle. They gave us, let's see, an angle, side angle. So we don't have the information we need. So let's think about how we can find some information. I have angle C. I don't have side length C. A, and then this would be B. So let's think about this. What's the formula where we use angle C? That is 1/2 A times B times sine of C. But we also have this angle A. So which one is that? That's 1/2 B times C times sine of A. So we could use either one of these. Let's look at this one. So 1/2, do I have A? I don't have A, but I do have B. So 1/2 times A times 7 times sine of C. So using this formula, I can calculate the area, but I need to find A. So let's off to the side find A using law of sines. I need an angle measure and its opposite side length. And that information's not given to me, but I can find angle B easily because I have these two. So if I do 180 minus the other 2, I'm going to get that B is 34. So I can do that. So I can do sine of 34 over 7. I need to find A. So that's equals sine of 33 over A. Cross multiply. So cross multiply, divide, and we should get that A is about 6.8. So now I can use that information into my area formula. So 1/2 times 6.8 times 7 times sine of 113. And that is the area of my triangle. So the area is about 21.97 feet squared. So there is your lesson on law of sines, using it to solve a triangle, and then also learning some new area formulas of triangles. Good luck with your lesson.